What's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot, and we are back for some player props and spreads in the NBA for Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Atlanta Hawks look to even up the series against the Milwaukee Bucks. But shout out to you guys, 7,000 subscribers. We really appreciate all you guys' love and support. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed, consider clicking that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. Who says no? We appreciate it. Let's recap yesterday. 2-2 day. So we only lose a little bit of that juice. Devin Booker under 5.5 rebounds. No sweat bet. I believe he ends up with 3 rebounds, just like we expected. Chris Paul over 17.5 points. Yeah, he finally knocks down some shots. We've been taking his over in the past couple games. He wasn't knocking them down. Yesterday, he still didn't shoot great, but still hits his over. We love to see that. Ayton, we had his over 29.5 PRAs. He just never got going. They never really fed him the ball. I mean, he only shot 9 times, whereas he had been shooting 14, 15 times a game. They didn't get him the ball enough. I expect them to get the ball to him more in Game 6. And then, of course, we took Suns -5. No chance, but I try to avoid spreads. In Game 6, I'm taking the Clippers. Who cares? Shout out to our COS All-Stars, Robert, our newest All-Star. If you want to become like Robert, join the elite group, the best group on YouTube. Click that join button on our channel. We really appreciate all your guys' support. But more importantly, shout out to all the people that joined our Discord yesterday. Yes, almost 2,000 people are in our Discord, which is absolutely crazy. Only started that a couple months ago, but almost 2,000. I believe we're like 10 to 8 people away. So if you want to join the Discord, talk hoops, talk UFC, to talk baseball, whatever you want to talk about, it's in there. Join the Discord is linked in the description down below. But man, oh man, let's get into today's game. We got the Bucks. They're sitting at about 6.5, 7-point favorites. They're up 2-1, trying to extend this series to 3-1, push the Hawks to the brink of elimination. And the over-under is set at around 218, 219 points. Now, let me know your favorite bet down below in the comments. I love to read what you guys are betting on. But where are we going to begin? And we're going to start with Trae Young, under 11.5 rebounds plus assists, plus 100. Now, if you don't have this line, and, some people don't have rebounds plus assists, I would probably take Trae's under in assists or even consider his under in points. But he's injured. I mean, we saw the injury. If you didn't see it, you can look up a replay of it. Stepped on the ref's shoe, twisted his ankle. And so today, I would bet money he's still going to play and try to battle through this injury. But I don't know how successful or how efficient he will be in today's game. Now, I'm not going to necessarily bet Trae's under in points because I've seen the brother go out there and score a ton of points. But ever since Game 1, when Trae put up an absolutely absurd 7 rebounds and 11 assists, he's combined in the next 2 games for just 2 rebounds and 7 assists. Yes, 9 combined RAs over 2 games. In Game 2, he had 2 rebounds and 3 assists. Game 3, 0 rebounds and 4 assists. So now he's injured. I can't imagine a world where he's necessarily going in there trying to big body people for some rebounds. And if he does want to do that, then go for it. But like I said, he's injured and he's going to have to luck into some rebounds. So I don't mind that at all. I don't mind taking his under in rebounds if you have it at 3.5, although that is pretty juiced. Now, as for his assists, the Bucks have been playing very good defense. And so against him in the past 2 games, either making him shoot or they're making him just sit in the corner, just sitting out there, letting Bogdanovich, Gallinari, any of these guys just post up and go to work. And now, while I don't know if that's the recipe for success of beating this Bucks team, I do know the fact that Trae Young has not had a lot of assists recently. He has over-under set 8.5 assists now. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him go under in both rebounds and assists today, which is why I'm combining them. Trae Young, under 11.5 rebounds plus assists, plus 100, so great value on it. That's my first official play. I like what the Bucks are doing on the defensive end of the ball against him, and I'm locking it in. Now, the next one, normally I make all my plays half a unit, or a full unit. This one is only half a unit, but it's Giannis Antetokounmpo, under 0.5 threes. Plus 225 on FanDuel. So some people will have 1.5 threes, and I know if you take the under on that, that's probably like minus 230. But Giannis, I mean, if you just look at this bet, I'm getting, plus 225 odds for Giannis to not make a 3-pointer. So some games, he might not even attempt a 3-pointer. In Game 3, you saw him airball a 3 and then make the next one. But he can abuse the Hawks in the paint, and that's what Budenholzer has told him, and that's what he told him towards the end of that Nets series. It was like, dog, you got to stop shooting threes. We don't need you shooting 6 threes a game. Those aren't efficient shots. On the road, he's shooting 26% from downtown, which surprisingly is much better than what he shoots at home, where he only shoots 10% from 3. So now if you told me, hey, Austin, here, I'm going to give you odds for Giannis to make a 3. If he makes 1 3 tonight, I'll give you minus 320 odds. you can pay me enough money to put the money on that. I'll take the under. I'll take no threes tonight. And if he wants to hit a 3, so be it. That's why I'm only doing half a unit, but win back well over 1 unit. And so I'm going to take it. I love the odds at plus 225. He's only going to attempt 2 to 3 3-pointers, shoots 26%. So mathematically speaking, it's not outside of the realm of possibility that he misses all 2 or all 3 of his attempts. So I'm locking it in. Giannis under 0.5 threes. Giannis, no 3-pointer, whatever you want to call it, plus 225. Moving on to another under. We're talking about another buck. PJ Tucker, under 4.5 points. Now, we talked about this line a lot in Game 3, and we didn't pull the trigger. We were like, yeah, whatever. PJ Tucker, we're not gonna force a lot of bets into that Game 3. Well, in the series so far, 4 points, 1 point, and then 3 points in Game 3. And if you recall, the one shot, the 3 points that PJ Tucker did corral, it was a pass. Yes, it was a pass. He passed it to Giannis, and it happened to go in from the 3-point line. Now, I don't know if that's how he wants to hit an over against us, then so be it. That could have arguably been called goaltending on Giannis. Regardless, he's barely attempting any shots. He attempted 3 shots in Game 1, 1 shot in Game 2, and then another 3 shots in Game 3, although really it was just 2 shots because of the dang pass shot kind of thing that got him his 3 points. Either way, over his last 9 games this postseason, he has hit this over just twice, just 2 times in those 9 games. And both, he scored double digits, which arguably I'd much rather lose to PJ Tucker dropping double digits on my dome than for him to hit 5 points and miss on the hook. That's personally how I'd prefer to lose the bet. If we're going to get it wrong, I'd rather get it absolutely completely wrong than, PJ Tucker hits 5 or 6 points, whatever. I'll take his under because I know PJ Tucker's not really going to shoot a ton of points. Not shooting a ton of shots, and half the time he's afraid to shoot on offense, so I'll pass up to an open shot to another teammate, and I assume Trae Young will be on him, and that will likely mean that Trae Young will just be guarding him in the corner, sitting there. The only way I anticipate him scoring, maybe he scores on some tip-ins on offense, but I don't see that happening with John Collins and Clint Capella banging down for some rebounds. Either way, moving on to my final play of the day, and it is a same-game parlay, so some people don't have access to this, but it's not necessarily, you can use it to your advantage, do whatever you want with it. Jrue Holiday, I'm taking his over 6.5 assists and his under 6.5 rebounds, minus 102. So I know some people out there, like I said, don't have access to same game parlays, SGPs, but you can do whatever you want with this because I want to talk about it. So we cashed Jrue's under 5.5 rebounds in Game 3, and we talked about how he had not hit that in 15, now 16 straight games against the Atlanta Hawks, and you'd have to go all the way back. The 2012, when I was I was 15 years old. Back in 2012, the last time Jrue Holiday hit his over 5.5 rebounds. Now, I don't feel like you could take his under 5.5 rebounds. It is like minus 150, maybe minus 140, but probably even worse, it's juiced up. And so you could take it, but I'm going up to 6.5 rebounds because, like I said, he hasn't hit 5.5, so I'll give myself even more cushion. I'll take his under 6.5 rebounds. Now, moving on to the assist portion, I felt confident taking him at 7.5 assists. But similar to the rebounds under, that's also juiced, like minus 160. His regular line has gone up to 8.5 at plus value. So I'll just take it at 6.5. He's had 7 assists in all 3 games this series and all 5 of his last games against the Atlanta Hawks. And so he's been driving and finding his teammates, namely Giannis, right at the rim, just dunking the ball. And he should again be a good facilitator in Game 4 as they try to, they're probably going to overreact to the Khris Middleton game and try to throw more bodies at him, make someone else beat them, and that could likely lead to a Jrue Holiday good game. Now, I don't mind combining both of these 2 stats. Obviously, we're taking his over 6.5 assists. We're just asking for 7. We're taking his under 6.5 rebounds. Both are pretty juiced for their own individual lines, but combining them, get minus 103, and so I kind of like that, and I'm going to take that, and I'm going to lock that in. Now, let's talk about the spread or the over-under, and I find it funny, we're talking about over-under first. The over-under set at 218.5 points. That's a tough one. I'd probably lean the under just because I don't expect Trae Young to be too active out there. When Trae Young is active and, going, pushing the pace, probably more likely than not going to hit the over. But today, you might see more Lou Will, who normally slows it down more. Might see some more Bogdanovic, Danilo Gallinari post-ups. That's just going to slow down the pace of the game. And so overall, I'd probably take the under if I had to take one. As for the spread, we're looking at 6.5 points for the Bucks. It's a lot of points. It's a lot of points, especially on the road. That one's a toss-up to me, and that's why I don't bet a lot of spreads because they're really sharp on them. And so you do what you want. Let me know what you're betting down below. But let's recap our bets right now. We're talking about first one of the day, Trae Young under 11.5 rebounds plus assists. Next one, half a unit on Giannis under 0.5 threes, plus 225. Next one, PJ Tucker under 4.5 points. And then Jrue Holiday, same game parlay, over 6.5 assists and under 6.5 rebounds, minus 103. Those are my 4 favorite plays today. Let me know your favorite play down below. I mean, I looked at a couple other things. John Collins, I bet you he has a good game after we took his over in points and rebounds last 2 games. He gave us 2 L's. But last game was due to foul trouble, but he has a good game today. Clint Capella didn't play a single minute in the 4th quarter, which if you had us over in rebounds, I'm sorry, last game, because you did not deserve that. There's a couple other things. Giannis points, 32.5. I mean, the lines are super sharp, so it's hard to find an edge. That's why it's hard to bet player props. It's hard to even bet spreads in the NBA this far into the season. But either way, I like all 4 of these plays, so you can go back and listen to the analysis if you want. But I appreciate all you guys' support. Again, another round of applause to you guys. 7,000 subscribers. Unreal. You guys continue to blow my mind, and we appreciate it. If you want to check out Logan's video in the MLB, I'll link it right there. We appreciate all you guys' support. You've been absolutely killing it. This has been Austin. Let's go make some money today. It is Tuesday, and we deserve to make some money. Peace!